Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking you through your first breakfast recipe. It's absolutely delicious and I've actually created 2 different options for you, all with the same ingredients. So most of the recipes are going to be packed full with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory foods. So we're going to be cutting out all refined sugars over the next 2 days, but don't be scared because I've made some really sweet and delicious recipes. It just means that you're going to be getting your fruits and your sugar kick from natural foods like stewed apples or raspberries. So this morning we're going to be taking you through either a warming porridge bowl, which I absolutely love. I have oats most mornings, or alternatively a breakfast crumble. So it's there's a bit more bite to it. So you've got 2 different options and all the same ingredients. So first off, you'll need 2 apples, preferably organic. I think I've got Braeburns here, but it doesn't really matter. A handful of raspberries. Raspberries are fantastic. So they're packed full of antioxidants. They're really great on the tummy. They help to reduce inflammation and really great for the skin as well. We've got some turmeric. Turmeric is also a fantastic anti-inflammatory. This is going to be needed as well for your turmeric latte later on this evening. You only need about a teaspoon, or even half a teaspoon is more than enough of turmeric. It's quite strong tasting, but the apples and the raspberries really help to offset this. And then you need 40 grams of oats, preferably whole or steel cut, and not instant oats, because it helps with the fibre. And lots of people don't realise that oats are fantastic. They're a prebiotic, which are great for the guts. They also have antioxidants, so they're fantastic for your skin, and they also help to reduce inflammation. And of course, fibre. We really need fibre. It's great first thing in the morning just to get everything going. And hopefully you're feeling nice and light after your yoga class this morning and you're ready for something to eat. And then the last 2 ingredients you need is a tablespoon of chia seeds. Chia seeds are fantastic. They're packed full of omega-3s. So especially if you're on a plant-based diet and you're not eating fish, chia seeds are a fantastic source of omega-3, so you can still get that. And then finally, a teaspoon of cinnamon. I absolutely love cinnamon. It tastes great. It kind of tastes like Christmas, and again, it's packed full of antioxidants. So that's all you're going to need for this morning's recipe. So I'll take you through the 2 different options now. So to begin with, you'll need a saucepan and a lid for the apples, and you begin to peel and core your apples, and then maybe chop them into about quarters if you're doing the crumble, or into smaller pieces for the porridge. Stewed apples are absolutely great. They're an Ayurvedic food as well. If you know much about Ayurveda, it's basically like a yogi diet, and it's just really easy on the digestive system. They're so simple and really cheap as well, and so yummy. I've got a major sweet tooth, so I love having foods for breakfast that taste a little bit like dessert. So if you're like me, this is kind of perfect. Stewed apples are great because they provide sweetness without having refined sugar. So a lot of people don't know that refined sugar can really help to boost, not help, but they do boost inflammation in the body. And inflammation isn't actually a bad thing. So inflammation happens when our body is trying to fight disease or illness. So when we put toxins in the body or too much refined sugar, which can contain quite a lot of chemicals and things, our body's natural response is to go into inflammation. So a little bit is absolutely fine, it's natural, but in modern life, when we do have so many sort of processed foods and unnatural foods that our body kind of doesn't know how to respond to, it can cause chronic inflammation, which can lead to arthritis, and is also linked to some mental health problems as well. So an anti-inflammation diet is fantastic for both body and mind. So once you've got your apples, so just pop these in the pan. And then all you're going to need is a teaspoon of cinnamon, and just sprinkle that over. And then half a teaspoon of turmeric. So once you've added the apples and the turmeric and the cinnamon, just add a little dash of water over the apples. It just helps to stop it from burning at the bottom. And then pop the lid on and then have it on a medium heat on the hob for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this just helps the apples to stew and cook and absorb all the lovely cinnamon flavour. With the porridge oats, you're going to need 40 grams of your oats and then a cup of water, and then usually I like to soak the chia seeds. So you can pop them in a pan cold, just sprinkle in a tablespoon and then just cover it with water, and you can leave it a bit longer. You can prepare this earlier or they will just help to cook while you're stirring in the oats as well. So once you've got your chia seeds soaked, again this is an option, you can cook them with your oats. Just sprinkle over the 40 grams of oats that you have here. You can add a bit more cinnamon if you like, and then just the rest of the water. And then just stir that gradually on a medium heat and just pop this on the stove. So your apples all should be cooked now, so just have them on for 10 minutes until they're soft. So you can see here that they've gone nice and yellow, very steamy, and you should be able to smell some nice cinnamon as well. So you can keep them whole like this for the crumble, or you can chop them up into smaller pieces and you can start to cook that in halfway through, stirring it into the porridge. So for the crumble, you'll need a small baking dish like this size, and then just pop in the apples into the bottom like here. Oh, it smells amazing. And then we'll leave, this is for the porridge, so we've got half and half. And then you can also just put in some of the juices as well, so it should cook down really nicely. So you've got the apples in the bottom of the pan there, and then just sprinkle over some raspberries, and we'll save the other half for the oats. So just a handful of raspberries. And then all you're going to do now is top with the oats and the chia seeds. So just sprinkle about 40 grams of oats over, and then you can put a sprinkle more cinnamon over the top, just helps to bring out more flavour, and then finally the chia seeds. And that is your breakfast crumble. So you're going to pop that in the oven for around 10 to 15 minutes until it's nice and brown on top. So for the porridge, I chop up the apples so they're a bit smaller and they stir in nicely. So halfway through, when you're stirring your porridge, you can add in the apples. So after your oats have gone nice and thick and they smell absolutely delicious, you can pour them into a bowl. Oh, they smell so good. And then just simply top with raspberries. And that's it. That is your stewed apples and turmeric anti-inflammatory porridge. So the breakfast crumble has now been in for 15 minutes and it smells incredible. And you can serve this with a bit of coconut yogurt or just on its own. It's absolutely delicious. So there we go, we've got our two options, our oats and our breakfast crumble. Enjoy!